So of course I start the show, and Nick has a sneezing fit. I didn't even count.
Welcome
That's
to
how you hide it
GameHounds.
now. That's how you hide it.
I do it at the start of the show.
Yeah, just as I start the show. So I'm distracted and I can't count. Hi everybody, GameHounds podcast. We're here. Just getting ready. So
Had
I'll
some
give you
had some
what?
technical difficulties when suddenly I realized I couldn't log in with my account. Why is
Yeah.
that? And
Yeah.
had to downgrade the StreamYard account because it went from $3,000 a year to 500 a year.
Right.
Right?
They
Uh,
renewed us at a level of $3,000 a year. And it was
but
like,
apparently at the $500 level, you can't have multiple hosts in the same stream.
you can't have it. I can't have Nick as the admin of the account because in shitification, as
Hmm
Nick likes to remind us all the time. Uh, and yeah, that delayed us a little bit, but that's still, we're right about on time.
Yeah.
GameHounds on time. And if I'm looking a little rough today, I am feeling a little rough today. I was at a wedding yesterday
Yeah.
where I did nothing but drink water.
Well,
Yeah.
lame.
So Nick got a call on, was it Thursday night?
Friday.
Was it Friday?
I think it was. No, I think it was
No, it
Thursday.
was
Yes.
Thursday night. It was
Yeah.
Thursday night. Nick gets a call on Thursday night from me late because I had this wedding. I have known about this wedding for more than a year. I was going to be going to this wedding, and so I've had three events to take Chris to, three company events, two Christmas parties, and now this wedding. I'm like, finally, 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 Chris is going to meet my work family because our work is very much a family. It is a family with a capital F, like hardcore. I've never worked at a company like this before where we're family. So I really wanted him to go because, they're like, hey, aren't you dating a guy? I think I saw him once, but he in the previous two events, the two Christmas parties, he couldn't go to one. Well, he was supposed to go to both. One, we got there and then his daughter had an emergency and he had to leave. The next year, he was going and then got sick, and my company is very sick averse. You don't go. You don't show up to work. Like you get a sniffle and they'll say stay home for the week. We
Yeah.
don't want you in
And
here.
that's when I came. I filled in.
Right, you filled in that year.
Yeah. And that was fun. I'll go to a Christmas party again when he
It's a Is
gets
it not a
sick.
great Yeah, is it not a great party?
Yeah.
I mean,
If he doesn't want to
stupidly fun.
if he doesn't want to go.
So then the third one was like, okay, there's this wedding. And he's like, where is it? It's like a 3-hour drive. And it's like, oh, you're gonna drive 3 hours each way. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna drive 1 hour time, but you're gonna drive. He's like, do we really have to go? I'm like, yes, yes. This is like a sister getting married. Yes, we're going. Like the bride side of the family. Yeah, there was a decent amount of family. It was two full tables worth of coworkers. That's how much family we are.
Okay.
Like she invited two full tables of her coworkers, and it was not a big wedding. It was like 60 people, and we were
Okay. Okay.
two full tables of it because that's how much family we are.
You're like the Fast and the Furious. We're
Oh yeah,
family here.
we're family.
Yeah.
So
After
so
the wedding, you went and you robbed DVD players from
you
trucks.
know what? We totally would. If DVD players were actually worth anything these days, we probably would. Put a few drinks in us and somebody would say that.
No,
So,
you went and stole hard drives.
went and stole hard
Yeah.
drives. Yeah, I probably could convince one or two people to go steal hard drives with me. So, we
But
go.
yeah,
Or
then no, you didn't
I'm
go
like, well, no,
because
that's the thing. Is it Chris? uh, it's supposed to be on Saturday. Thursday night, we go out to El Pollo Loco for food. And Chris had said that morning, he goes, just to let you know. And I'm like, do not. Because he's like, just to let you know, like, you're not getting sick. You are not getting sick. He hasn't been sick since last Christmas. All right. So I'm like, no, no, no,
Convenient.
no, 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 no. You're not getting sick. And if you are, unless you are deadly ill, you're going to this wedding. We're not doing that again. So we go out to El Pollo Loco. I'm standing in line because he's out in the car because he doesn't want El Pollo Loco. He wants Arby's. So he's waiting for me in the car. I'm standing in line. I get a notification on my phone about some random article. I go to the San Francisco Chronicle. As I'm closing the Chronicle, I see the top story on the page just out of the corner of my eye. COVID rates surging in the Bay Area.
Mm.
And I'm like, fuck. Because he's a little bit snuffly. After he got home from work, he was like, I'm a little bit snuffly. I'm feeling like I got a cold. It's like, then I see that and go, what if? So on the way home, we stop off at CVS or Walgreens and pick up a couple of COVID tests. And he tests positive for COVID.
So you were hanging out with him all week, though.
Mm-hmm. I test negative.
Okay.
Now,
Because you were
he,
at a wedding with a lot of people.
I was at a wedding with a lot of people. I tested negative. Not only that night, I tested negative again before I left, made sure to do it.
Okay.
It is not infrequent that spouses or people that live together, one person gets COVID, one person doesn't. That's not
Yeah.
unheard of. That's happened to you.
Oh, yeah. Just making sure before, you go to a wedding. 'Cause one of the reasons I didn't go is because we are going to a wedding in a couple weeks. So
Hmm.
like I will not be on the podcast 2 weeks from now
Okay.
on the 23rd.
Okay.
Um, but like
Um, that's fine.
I didn't want to risk getting sick.
Yeah, I don't blame you. So yeah, Chris had been in last weekend in Seattle. So he had been in airports and he'd been traveling. And then the weekend, 2 weeks before that, no, the week before that,
Were you
we were
watching
in New
his
York.
test? Like maybe he's got a positive COVID test that he's like got in his pocket and he's like, I really don't want to go to this wedding.
Uh,
Oops.
Oops. Yeah, no, he doesn't. He no. He can't even administer a COVID test by himself. He needs me to administer for him.
Okay, okay.
So yeah, he tests positive for COVID. I call Nick and he's like, yeah, I can't go. So I ended up going to this wedding by myself.
Yeah. How was it? Was it nice?
It was a good wedding, but it was a
Good.
lot of driving.
Good.
I thought it was going to be a 2 hour drive. It was actually a 3 hour drive. So I had to drive
Oof.
up 3 hours. It is the hottest day in this place north of Sacramento. It
Was
was
it outside?
outside.
Mm.
It was the hottest day they've had in a very long time. Like it's been in the 90s, 80s, 90s, which is beautiful outside up there. Um, it was 105
Oh
at
shit.
wedding time at 5 p.m.
Oh my god.
So I get in the car. I'm driving by myself. I
Groom
know I
is
have to
just
drive both
sweating
ways.
through his tuxedo.
No, no, it was dry. It's a dry heat. It actually wasn't too bad. There was not a lot of like sweating.
Okay.
Because it was outside. There was a breeze. It was
Okay.
like a blast furnace, but it was a breeze. It was under shade, so we weren't just sitting in the sun. They actually moved the where the location of the wedding was to under trees.
Good. Good.
Um, but uh, I as I left the house at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I thought to myself, I'm really thirsty. I should grab some water. And I was running late. I had to charge the car because I wasn't staying with Chris, so I wasn't charging the car overnight because I don't have overnight charge. So I had to stop off at a supercharger. The supercharger wasn't near any businesses. And I'm like, look, I'll just drive up. So then, you're driving up, you're not really thinking that you're thirsty. I get out of the car, I walk in, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to go to the bar, I'm going to grab some water. As I'm walking over towards the bar, I see the wedding party lining up because I'm still running and it's supposed to be at 5 o'clock. I'm just there at 5. So I really wanted to be there 15 to 20 minutes early, but I wasn't. That's the way things went. So I hightail it into the pews. go through the whole wedding. Great, that's fine. Wedding's over. I get up to go to the bar to go get water or to get something to drink. And of course, at that point, the line is full because everybody's going up to get something to drink. So I get myself stupidly because I wasn't clicking in on what was going on with me. I get a Diet Coke. And I'm sitting there, I'm with my coworkers, we're all standing around, and it's like sipping, and I just down that soda almost instantly. La 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 la. We're standing in 100, at this point, about 103-degree heat. We're just standing around and we're talking, and somebody comes over and is like, "Hey, Edie." I'm like, "Hey," and I put my arms out and I reach over and I give him a hug, and then I come back and I'm like, "Ooh, I just had a head rush, and my legs are a little shaky." And the head rush is not going away. And I'm sitting there talking to my coworker, and it's like, I need to take a second. I need to go over and sit down because I'm really lightheaded and it's not going away. And I'm a little afraid I might pass out. So I went over, I sat down. Somebody's like, "I'll get you some water." Went to the bar, got me water, poof, down.
It
Went
just
over,
vanished.
right, dinner, water, poof, gone. Another bottle of water, poof, gone. Another bottle of water, poof, gone. After dinner, poof, another bottle of water, gone. Haven't peed the whole time. So I got myself into a state of dehydration, and I should know better as a former burner. That's, all of the signs were there. All of the little signs, like my legs are a little shaky, I'm feeling a little weird, I'm a little lightheaded, my mouth is dry. It's like, oh, fuck. So I ended up being there. So I went up there 5 o'clock, got there, drove 3 hours, 5 o'clock, was left at 9, had to recharge my
Oh,
car. So it took another 40 minutes.
yeah. I don't know if I would have enjoyed that.
No, you would not have. So I
I
didn't
feel
get back
like
until
I.
like 1:30 in the morning, and was just
Mm.
bone tired. So I had to stop off at the house, Chris's place, pick up my keys, pick up my dogs. He took care of the dogs. Bless his heart. He took care of the dogs. Um, Came back to my apartment because I couldn't stay there because he's COVID positive, and came back here. So, so yeah, I'm recovering heat stroke, recovering 6 hours of driving for 4 hours of wedding, and which was completely worth it, totally worth it. Would do it again, no question. That's not a regret at all. But I am a little under the weather, let's just say. So
You know what? You
Nick,
know what I did yesterday?
Nick's carrying the show today, guys. Nick's carrying the show.
You know what I did?
Mm-hmm.
I sat on the couch.
Ooh.
You know what I did in the evening? Sat on the couch.
I wish I could do that. So let's start the show because we didn't do that last week, and
Yes. So okay.
I
A
promise to
couple.
remember myself of this.
A
Yeah.
couple things. AC Wraith says, last night I was made aware that the 40th anniversary celebration of the 1986 Transformers movie is apologizing for killing Optimus instead of the ridiculous decision to make the movie required viewing to enjoy the next season of the show. I haven't stopped ranting online since.
Oh, wow.
That's
So that's how they did it, is that they just didn't want to deal with the whole Optimus thing, so they just killed it off and then started on,
no, they
continued
they
on?
they killed them because they wanted to sell more toys. So they had the season of Transformers, killed off the leader in a movie, and then the second season suddenly it's a whole new cast of characters, and people are like, Wait, what? What happened?"
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just getting
That
my
is
food.
that is the equivalent of having a whole episode of the Book of Boba Fett dedicated to the Mandalorian and satisfying like a major character arc for the Mandalorian in a completely different show.
Yeah, no, I didn't have a problem with
Oh
that.
my no, shut up. That is terrible. That's bullshit. That is one of the single most god awful creative decisions I've ever seen in a TV show. It is so fucking awful. And AC Wraith also says obligatory mention that we could finally have Tim on the 23rd.
Why?
because I won't be here.
Oh, that might be fun.
So, possibility.
Yeah, I will look into that. But,
But yeah,
I don't even know if Tim even follows video games. I mean, obviously he does do gaming still because he's involved with that thing, but I don't know.
okay.
Maybe,
Well, if
maybe. We'll
you
see.
can start the show, I
Yeah.
can start talking about what I was playing all Saturday while you were
Okay.
driving.
Fine. Let's do that, Dick.
This podcast discusses video games, pop culture, and technology, and these podcasters have big, fat potty mouths. If you're younger than 18 or are easily offended, please stop this podcast now. Oh, and your mom said to take out the trash and do your homework.
Hello and welcome to GameHounds. GameHounds episode 828. We are recording this on Sunday, August 9th, 2026. I'm Edie Sellers.
Like a finger trap. Oh shit.
With me is Nick Nicolo, who are, if you're listening to this as an audio podcast, we are flipping each other off in very creative ways the entire way.
Oh yeah. Also, what I forgot to mention,
Mm-hmm.
we got rid of a couch.
Oh my God, where's your couch?
It's gone.
Are you getting another one?
No, we're going to rearrange this office area because I want to finally put the Yugo up there. So we're finally going to have some nice like game art in the background. We're going to move those desks. We're going to move like the Peloton and everything. Gonna rearrange some stuff to hopefully make it a better background
What did you
and a
do with the
better
couch?
exercise room.
What did you do with the couch?
We got rid of it. I don't know, like got junk came and took it away
You
one
should have
morning.
said something. I would have taken that couch. That was a cute couch.
Would you have moved the couch?
Yeah. I'd have gotten a couple of lug guys and gotten your couch. Absolutely. I mean, this couch is fine. I bought it. It's less than 2 years old. I regretted it as soon as I bought it. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, why did I buy a? I thought when I ordered it, when I ordered it, I thought it was a much darker couch. It is almost a white couch, and you can't have a white couch with dogs. So yeah, I totally would have taken that couch. But
I don't know. It was an okay couch. It was the couch with the pull-out bed. The couch in the living room we still have. But it was an okay couch. It was fine. But
yeah. Couch with the pull-out bed is exactly what I need. Well, actually,
I've not had a couch in decades. But yeah. So they came Friday morning as I was still asleep because Rachel had taken the day off and she was like, no, yeah, I got this. So they came in like 9 a.m. or so. I was still asleep. By the time I came out, the couch was gone.
Oh, wow.
Real quick. They came in like ghosts.
Lovely when just things just disappear instead of having to actually take them out yourself.
It's nice.
Yeah. So
anyways. Yes. So I spent all Saturday playing games.
Apologies for the eating. As I said,
has you talk with your mouth full?
I rolled out of bed. I am starving.
Did your mother ever tell you not to talk with your mouth full?
My body is recovering from a very physically traumatic day, so I can't not eat.
Look, for audio listeners, you can't see it, but there's just food falling out of her mouth. Every time she opens her mouth, there's just crumbs and like chunks of hot dog. She's catching it under her mouth and then like scooping it back in.
That's you suck. You suck. Tell me about what you've been playing.
I have been playing Stellar Blade. This is the third-person action game that came out a number of years ago, actually. At this point, that was most infamous for having like the real sexy main character and a whole bunch of risque outfits that you could put her in. Are you looking up a video or should I do that? You got it. Okay. Um, but it's the kind of game that when it was coming out, it was the center of like the right wing. Oh yeah, they don't make games like this anymore. Yeah, we want more sexy women like this, and the woke games media is gonna hate this. And then the game came out, and it got a lot of good reviews. And then there was like a costume DLC that was slightly changed, and all of those rage baiters turned on the game. Um, but I had always wanted to play it because it got those good reviews. And it's the kind of game that I like. I like a good action game. I was expecting it to be way more Souls-like than it really is. It's actually way more God of War in that you don't just have a light attack and a heavy attack. You have combos of those attacks. So it's triangle, 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 square, 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 triangle, square, square, triangle. Various combinations like that do different moves. And so it's that lends that's a very God of War, Devil May Cry type of differentiator from Souls likes, which generally just have light attack, heavy attack, and that's it. But the way this game handles it is, I feel like there's a bit more sensitivity to timing of the inputs. In God of War, I feel like I could just mash that input as fast as I could, and the game will recognize that and do the input. So that lends it a little bit of like a button mashy feel. This one seems a bit more precise, where you have to hit square, square, wait, square, wait, square. Like you have to wait until she swings and is like on the end of a swing before you hit the next input. So you can't just sit there and button mash a lot. You have to kind of get that rhythm in your head. And the animation is incredible because so much of the game revolves around this sexy lady. All of her combos are like backflips, just gymnastic, wild flips in every direction. And that is really cool because it kind of makes you feel like a ninja as you're playing, as you're watching the character, watching the movements, trying to time your button inputs at the right time, in the midst of a big fight. You're trying to keep your cool while in a chaotic situation, and you pull it off with some extremely elaborate backflip sword slash, and that's really satisfying. It feels like you're a good ninja. Uh, and so I've really right away the combat feels really good. Um, what I wasn't expecting too is in the beginning it puts you into a pretty linear Souls-like level where you're going around this linear area, you don't have a map. Every now and then you'll encounter a checkpoint, and when you rest at the checkpoint, you get your health back, you get your supplies back, but all the enemies respawn. Once you get past that initial area, very Souls-likey, the next area is this vast open world. And I was not expecting that. And the game actually handles those open world areas really, really well because you'll collect a bunch of quests in the hub world that will take you to different corners of that open area. But there are other areas that the game won't necessarily force you to go to. But if you go there, there are discrete enemy encounters, like situations set up so that, you're going to have to fight this particular group of enemies because the way they're patrolling the wasteland means that you can't aggro one without aggroing the other. So they kind of set up these unique, customized enemy encounters within the open world. And what's even better is after you defeat them, there's always a chest. And in that chest, there's always some supplies. And those supplies are always used to craft the various costumes. So the game and even the like Gooner aspects of the game actually feed into the gameplay loop because The costumes are one of the big things that you have to, well, they're one of the big selling points, but they're also one of the things that the game can continually give you resources to build. So that means as I'm exploring this area, there's always something to find. There's always a resource to collect. There's always something to get and something to see. And that makes exploring the open area really rewarding and really compelling. I've played through that area just looking at the map going, okay, I want to explore south. And then there's like this little crevice over there. I want to go over there. And I'm actually trying to explore every inch of this map because I know that every corner will have something there to see. And it's shockingly well designed. Like knew the good reviews that this game got, but I didn't realize just like how well it's designed. Yeah, I can definitely feel some of the limitations in the fact that the two big open areas I've been to have been deserts. And they have repeated sewers in a lot of the more linear Souls-like areas. So there's kind of a clear repetition of environments going on. Like, okay, the developer is trying to reuse assets. Like they're trying to they can't just make a unique world every single time. But that's kind of okay because it works for the story. And the story is another shockingly, surprisingly good thing about this game. The dialogue, it's a little iffy. Like the voice acting, it's okay at best. None of it's all that good. But the world that it sets up is so fascinating, where you begin has like it opens with essentially the landing of Normandy, but with sexy androids plummeting to Earth in escape pods while aliens shoot them down. So it's like this weird anime version of the Normandy landing. You crash in your escape pod, you get rescued by one of your teammates, and you have all these other lady androids going around fighting horrible monsters. A ship crashes into the earth, kills all of your comrades so that you're the only one left alive. And then you get rescued by a human survivor, and that's kind of where you go from there. But it's like, okay, what the fuck is going on? And you realize, okay, the backstory is that humanity was pushed to the brink of extinction by this race of monsters called Natibias. And this godlike being called Mother Sphere decided that the only way to save humanity would be to leave Earth. So Mother Sphere took some humans and left for the colony in outer space. But now Mother Sphere is going to send some of her angels to Earth to defeat the Namibia? To defeat the
The tibia.
monsters.
Yeah.
The tibias to defeat the monsters and save humanity. And that's kind of what you get. It's like, oh, okay, I'm the soldier sent to Earth to save humanity from the monsters. But right away, the game keeps like going, yeah, no, this is not on the up and up. This isn't on the up and up. What is Mother Sphere? You don't even know what Mother Sphere is. You've never seen Mother Sphere. Right away, when you get into the last human settlement, there's a bunch of people going, yeah, this guy that's supposed to protect us, I don't trust him. Mother Sphere, I've lost faith in Mother Sphere. But because Mother Sphere is like this this godlike being, people call you angel because from their perspective, you are literally an angel sent to Earth to save them from demons. And so it balances this really interesting, like a good old classic sci-fi story, but wrapped in this religious language that really fits for what the people of Earth would see. Like, oh yeah, you fell from the sky, you came from Mother Sphere, and you're killing demons. Like, yeah, you're an angel. Can you help me out? Can you do me some favors? So it presents this really interesting mix of kind of this religiously minded sci-fi fantasy world. And of course, nothing's on the up and up. So of course there's lies. Mother Sphere isn't going to be who you think she is. You know, that's not a spoiler. They start hinting at that in the beginning. Uh, but yeah, I'm really interested to see where it goes and how they just how the story unfolds. It's shockingly compelling. The gameplay is incredibly fun. Oh, yeah, one thing I didn't mention about the combat. You see in here that the screen flashes blue and then she like jumps
Mhm.
behind an enemy.
Mhm.
One of the interesting things about this game is it's very parry focused, but it's not just parry with a sword. There's a lot of moves that the enemies will do that you have distinct counters for. So if they flash blue, you can do a move that gets you behind them. If they flash purple, you can do a move where you kind of kick them away. If you perfect dodge, you can use that perfect dodge to then combo into an attack. So, and if you perfect parry, you can then combo that into an attack. So that means that you're not just parrying their attack. You can parry their attack and then use that parry into a combo. You can dodge and then that dodge activates a combo. Or you can just activate a combo. Or you can see them doing a special move and activate a combo from there. And so it's this interesting dance where every attack the enemy does, every step they take, there's a counter step that I can take. So it's a lot of watch what you do, I'm going to react. Watch what you do, I'm going to react. Watch what you do, I'm going to react. And when you do it well, it all just flows really, really impressively. And it feels
Nice.
so good.
That sounds really fun in that it's you very much have to watch the game. It's not just like you say button mashing. It's just not going through the same thing over and over again. It is what are they doing and when do I take advantage of my skill set?
Yeah. Yeah. I am loving the hell out of it.
Yeah, it does seem like your kind of game, doesn't it? Also,
Mhm.
does not sound like my kind of game.
No, I don't think you would be very good.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
AC Wraith also says, I suck so bad at that sort of combat. I can't even mix parries while dodge moves in Assassin's Creed.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I can do that, but not much more than that. So I'm right there with you.
yeah. But
Uh,
yeah, I was expecting to enjoy it, wasn't expecting to enjoy it this much. So now I am really looking forward to the next game.
good.
Especially
When did
because it's like coming out next year.
this Stellar Blade come out?
Cellblade came out like 2 years ago.
Mm. So it's a bit of an older game, but there's nothing wrong with that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's you're
I
now
I
set up for the new one. You didn't finish it, did you?
Not yet. I feel like I'm pretty close to the end though.
Oh, okay. Um, what else did you play?
I mean, I had a New Year's resolution to talk about one new game a week, so I gotta save my games.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
So I'll save it for next week. But I've
All
been
right.
playing other stuff.
Yeah, I didn't. I've been playing Open Enrollment is what I've been playing. That's the new hot game for me.
Thrilling.
You know, yeah, it's a thrilling game, and it requires constant effort. First thing in the morning, dealing with open enrollment.
Yeah, that's
Last thing
just
at night, dealing with open enrollment.
not worth it.
Yeah.
Just go to
Yeah, I'm
community
not.
college.
Yeah. Yeah. If I because I am operations director, I'm actually administering the open enrollment. And if you think it's a lot of work to actually sign up through your healthcare benefits through your company, it's a lot more work for your company to set up the healthcare benefits for you. Let's just say that.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, and I'm still playing Pokemon Go. But I mean, it's playing. I'm collecting Pokemon. There's
I
the
mean,
remote raids are fun, but I just don't see any reason to put more money into it. It's
do you
it's
do you catch them? Like, are you going for walks and catching Pokemon? Has
yeah.
you?
Yeah, well, I mean, when I'm at
Hmm.
work, I'll log in, catch a few Pokemon, fit a few Pokestops, battle a couple of runts. When I'm at home, I'll do the same thing. But yeah, nothing. I'm just looking for a really good Pokemon to do something with. I don't know. I
That
again,
was
This game is hitting that limit. It's about a 2-week limit. You play the hell out of it. You play it a lot for about 2 weeks. And then you don't play it as much. And you go, why am I doing this? I don't fucking care. There doesn't seem to be an end game. I have no goal. I'm just going around and collecting the same shit every day. That's all I do.
That was the problem that I had with it when I played it a decade ago when it
Mm-hmm.
first came out.
Me too.
Is like I would always go for walks around my office to like get out, stretch my legs. There were no Pokemon around my office because it's just a stupid industrial park area. It's just other offices. So there's no murals because they seemed to all the Pokestops seem to be like based on something in the environment. So there'd be
Mhm.
like a mural on a wall. That's something. This like painting, this sculpture. All when I walked through downtown, it was really neat because it kind of pointed out all of the art on the walls of all the buildings that normally you just glaze over.
Mhm.
But walking around with it, I was like, oh, someone painted a really nice thing over there. Oh, this bike rack is actually a painted thing. This is really impressive. All the art that you're surrounded with all the time that you don't notice. But that I saw that like one time. And most of the time I'm walking around my office and there's no Pokemon, there's no Pokestops, and I was just like, I'm not
Well,
doing
they've
anything.
they've increased the amount of Pokestops. So now, like, there's a park, there's a picnic bench or a garbage can, and somebody will make it a Pokestop.
Okay.
Going through San Francisco is especially fun because I drive down the Embarcadero in San
Yeah,
Francisco,
that's a good area. You're in a good area for that.
and lots of stop signs. So every time I do a stop sign, it's like spin, 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 spin. I don't pick up any Pokemon unless it's there's like backup and I know that I'm not going to make this light. Um, and I picked up a couple of cool things. Like I went by AT&T, well, the Oracle Park, um, and picked up a ball cap, a San Francisco Giants ball cap for my character, which is kind of cool.
Hmm.
So little like gifty things that you could get, but I'm just picking up the same fucking Pokestops every fucking time,
Yeah.
and it's meh. It's once again hitting the reason why I walked away from it in 2016 is going to be the reason I walk away from it in 2026. It's a
I,
boring game.
I feel like it's a good travel game.
It would be great for travel, but it's a boring fucking ass game. It really is. Just so boring and
Okay,
so
done.
pointless.
So I take it we're probably not going to hear about Pokemon Go next week.
Right. No. No. And it Pokemon Go is a great game for people who don't have Kindle on their iPhone
Mm.
because you'd be better served just reading a book. AC Ray
You say,
says,
oh,
I remember someone was working in a local community indie version of a creature collector. I was hoping such projects would become more popular, but I haven't heard of them. Yeah, I can see it. I guess you can also
I,
nominate locations for a Pokestop. You could take a picture and send it to them, and they might make it a Pokestop.
okay.
But
Yeah, I feel like the map data that they have is unique. That's the challenge of making that type of game, the creature collector game, is that yeah, you need map data. Although they had a Witcher version. Didn't Netflix make like a Witcher version of
did they?
Pokemon Go?
I've never heard of that. My frustration, not with the game, but it's just the nature of things. So I was hoping that there would be a Pokestop within the range of my apartment, which would be nice because then I could just go in, spin it, every once in a while, whenever my brain is between things, I could spin a Pokestop and collect some stuff, collect some balls and fruit and whatever else I need, crap it's going to give
Oh,
me. And there is one, PlayStation headquarters, which is right there. And I am this far out of range from it from my apartment.
mm,
I mean, I can literally see the line, and it's like this radiating line that comes from your character, and you can see the line go out to the Pokestop and go bloop just before it gets there, which would be great. I would love to have that, but I'm not gonna get up and walk down. says something. I'm not going to get up and walk out the door 10 feet for a Pokestop. I'm just not.
Okay. And yeah, AC Wraith in chat has The Witcher Monster Slayer, which
Oh.
apparently came out in 21 and was shut
Mhm.
down in 23.
Oh, I guess that. Well, I think that was for a lack of advertising because I didn't even hear of that.
Yeah.
And I would have been interested in that. A Pokemon for The Witcher. I would have been
Yeah.
interested in that. So, and so you're not going to talk about anything else,
Yeah.
right?
That's it for now.
Okay, that's fine. We can. I'm good with that. I can do that.
Yeah.
Uh, let's. You have news, right? Because I'm
I do have news.
good because I have none.
I have quite a
I
few
got
news. Quite a bit of
none.
news.
I'll just be here and just react to your
Okay.
news.
This is just the React, Edie React show.
Edie React show. All right, so let me get that Pokemon Go banner off there and go back down to here and let's hit the news. This is the GameHounds News, the news, views, and commentary, the week in gaming with Gamer Edie and Nick D. Nicola, and our first item is...
Ooh, so a lot of people have been going, where is that next GTA trailer? We have our answer. It's on Netflix.
I saw that they're
So
actually doing it on Netflix. That's crazy.
On August 27th, there's going to be like a 30-minute extended look at GTA 6 premiering on Netflix for 6 hours. Then it will go to YouTube.
No. For 6 hours. It's not a 6-hour preview. It's going to be there exclusively for 6 hours.
Yes, exclusively on
Okay.
Netflix for 6 hours.
Man, Rockstar just knows how to milk every penny out of this
It
thing,
is
don't
a
they?
strange deal, but I'm sure that, look, Netflix probably offered them some money, and Take-Two
A
was
lot of
like,
money.
well, why not?
Sure.
Like,
We want it exclusively. We want it exclusively for a day. We want it exclusively for 10 hours. How about 6 hours? Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to start at 3 p.m. Eastern, which is noon?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, noon our
No,
time.
3 p.m. Eastern is going to be 6 p.m.
Okay, 6 p.m. our
Yeah.
time.
Right? No, it
and
is
yeah.
going to be. So, no, it's noon. It's noon. It's noon.
Okay.
Noon our time.
Yeah. Noon our time, and then it will be on YouTube at 6 o'clock. So by the time you're off work, you can watch it on YouTube.
Right.
But
I
yeah,
would
just
be interested
a crazy
to see
situation.
what their numbers do at 3 p.m. on August 27th.
Yeah. And a streamer I watched was talking about it, and she was saying that she would love to react to the extended look, but I don't know if Netflix would let her do that. She's like, well, if I try to talk over Netflix thing, that could get me banned. Like Netflix isn't YouTube.
Yeah.
So
They
I'm
should
curious
probably
to see,
make that.
I'm curious to see
clear.
if that will be an official thing. If Netflix will say, no, you can stream this, you can restream this, you can react to it. If they try to make it more of an event than like a TV show.
Right.
Which is one of the interesting things about this whole news story is that the news story is how is Netflix going to do this? It's not about what is this extended look going to show us. It's like, who the fuck knows? They're going to show us the game. The bigger news is like, well, how is Netflix going to handle this? What are the technical aspects of the stream? What are the technical aspects of this advertisement?
I'm interested to see how this... I don't know that Netflix is possibly prepared for this. Like, it's had big things that people have been wanting to go to Netflix for, aka, like, say, example, Stranger Things, right? But not everybody was there waiting for this time for it to drop and all started streaming at the same time. Have they
Yeah,
ever had something where it's like, we're going to show you this at this time and everybody's going to stream it at exactly the same moment?
they've streamed football games on Christmas.
Okay. All right.
I assume if they can do that, they can handle a video
Okay.
game ad.
All right.
Yeah, they've done various sporting events. They've done multiple football games.
True. I think
And
they did. Also, didn't they do some FIFA stuff? Or did they not? Somebody else. No, it was
no,
YouTube that did that.
yeah. So yeah, I think their infrastructure can handle it. That's not a
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
they
is
also
kind
did
of
some
weird because
wrestling.
it's just yeah, I
Buy a month of Netflix to get the early preview access, then buy the game on release to functionally be a beta tester.
yeah. The
Oh, that's the PC GTA history.
yeah. The I don't know. I would like to see I'm sure I hope that they release the numbers of how many people watched it
I
because
imagine
I am curious to know.
they will only do that if it's like a big number that they can advertise,
Possibly.
right? Otherwise, Netflix doesn't like giving out numbers.
No, they don't. And I would like to not only know the numbers of how many people watched it, but I'm curious about the numbers of when people watched it. Are
Hmm.
they going to get hammered at 3 p.m. on August 27th? Like, is it just going to be this massive run? And how big is this massive run? This is actually going to be quantitatively the first time we will see like actual numbers, how interested people are in this game. I mean, obviously we know everybody's interested in this game, but it's all been at this point assumption. It's a good assumption, but we don't have actual data
I mean,
to reflect
I
that.
don't know if we have pre-order numbers, but uh Zelnick, the CEO of Take Two, has said like, no, the pre-orders are ahead of, like, they're ahead of what we were expecting.
Mm,
So
that's
yeah.
well,
So
I mean, we are all going to buy
they've
it. We
got
all
numbers
know it.
that's making them smile.
Yeah. Okay. All right. That's good.
Yeah. No numbers, no proof they should have taken down the Willow series. That still blows my mind.
Yeah. Yeah.
Must have gotten like 0 views.
Yeah. That they got
Um
rid of I'm not okay with this. No,
no,
not
that
not
no,
okay.
they just
That's no, not that
that's
one.
Netflix.
What's the one?
I'm not I'm alone in this world.
What was the name of that one about? It was based on
Based on the
the
comic.
comic. Yes, I know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Yes. Had the girl from Dungeons and Dragons and It in it. I'm not at home in this world anymore. No, that's a different movie.
Netflix show
But
canceled.
anyways, that's a different thing. Next story. Let's see. So last week we talked about how EA is officially now owned by the Saudis. And
I am not okay with this.
okay, I'm not okay with this.
Yeah. Yeah. You're thinking about nobody wanted this.
No, I'm thinking about I don't feel at home in this world anymore.
Oh.
That's
All
a
right.
different movie.
Yeah, I am not okay with this. Should have never been canceled.
Well, no, AC
Such
Ray,
a good show.
do you know Willow? The Willow show on Disney?
Mm-hmm.
They removed it.
Oh, they removed the show. They didn't just.
You cannot watch the show. They removed it from their service. They're like, fuck this. We don't want to pay you people residuals for pennies for watching this. We're just going to burn the whole thing down. They Batgirled it. They
Oh my God,
Batgirled
I
the
didn't
entire
realize that.
series.
I didn't realize they just shut off the entire series. Didn't they do the same thing for Veronica Mars too?
No,
Somebody
Veronica
did that
Mars was
for.
just canceled.
Right, but I think that they actually removed it from somewhere so you couldn't see it for a
Maybe,
while.
but that's an older show, and I'm sure that's just a rights issue.
Still one of the best shows.
Oh yeah,
If
still
you
very good.
haven't watched Veronica Mars, do that.
Um.
So good.
Anyways, so yeah, EA is now owned by the Saudis, and the moment the sale went through, EA's like, you know what? We are looking for 700 million in annual cost savings.
Hey, got to service that debt, baby. Got to
Yep.
service that debt.
And everyone knows, yeah, they're gonna lay people off.
Oh yeah, they're
They're just
absolutely going to
gonna
lay people off.
gut themselves. EA is going to be gutted the same way that Xbox was gutted.
Hmm.
Yes, they are looking for organizational efficiencies.
Hiring you is the most efficient thing we can do. Yay. Don't you feel better? You're an efficiency. You're not a redundancy. You're an efficiency.
So yeah, I think that we will see the consequences of them going private sooner rather than later, just
Hmm.
because all these layoffs are happening because of them going private. These
Yeah.
are not actually due to any financial issues with EA other than the fact that they were bought, and because they were bought, they now have debt.
Yeah.
This is the beginning of the end for
Hmm.
EA. Like they are going
Yeah.
the way of Toys R Us.
It is entirely possible that, I mean, this has been the end of many studios, is a purchase. Granted, this is a purchase from the public domain, which is unusual, but a purchase of a company. You saddle the company with debt. They can't service the debt. Then you shut down the company and sell off its assets. That's what
Hmm.
corporate raiding is. It was a big thing in the 80s. They shut down a lot of companies doing that because, and arguably that could be the case with EA, is that it is a it is more profitable to buy it and shut it down than it is to actually run it because it actually has assets that it could sell
Yeah, and
with all of its IPs. It's,
I
how many 20, 30 years of IPs that are all sitting there that they could just sell off.
I imagine that the Saudis do want the sports division, but I imagine that EA is just the sports games.
Yeah,
Don't
they might.
expect Dark Souls, don't expect Mass Effect, don't expect Dragon
Nope.
Age. Oh, not
Nope.
Dark Souls. I meant Dragon Age.
Dragon Age. Yeah, they might very well spin off EA Sports into its own independent company and shut down the rest of the company and sell off all the rest of the assets, which is,
Yes.
what Embracer is doing right now, is it's divvying up the assets, the marry fuck kill list.
Yes.
They probably will at a point have a marry fuck kill moment of selling stuff off. And if that's the case, I'm gonna do everything, everything I can to get Future Cop. How awesome would that be
I don't
for a
think they
Christmas
even
present?
I don't think they even know they have that IP.
No, they don't. They probably don't. How awesome would that be as a Christmas present to Chris? Is to give him the rights to Future Cop. And it's like,
Hmm.
okay, when you retire, you can re-release Future Cop. You can update it yourself and re-release it because
Yeah.
he remembers the code.
Oh yeah, Star Wars Jedi. Respawn. Respawn is EA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't imagine. I imagine Apex Legends is doing well, but I don't know if it's doing good enough to survive
Mm-mm.
the purge. So
Well,
yeah,
at this point, they'll probably keep everything that's actually bringing in money right now. But I don't think we're going to see any huge AAA games out of them unless it's
no.
established IPs like Star Wars.
Even then, they're putting out a Star Wars game this year, but it's the Star Wars XCOM game,
Yeah, I
which is
don't.
very much like a step down of like, oh, we're
Yeah.
not going to do the big cinematic version of the game.
I could give him the PS1 disc complete with manual if that counts. Are you kidding? You have a Future Cop PS1 disc with manual?
That's a
He
weird thing
may
to
actually
have.
have that. He may actually, when Nick came over to visit for New Year's, he brought
Yeah,
out the box of just like cool stuff from that era. I particularly liked the door, like his name plate
Oh,
from his door, where it said, what was it? FYIFV. It's like Chris Conway, FYFIV. I'm like, what does that mean? He goes, fuck you, I'm fully vested.
oh, ha! That's
Everybody
good.
was fully vested, got that on their door tag, their name tag
That's
on their
good.
doors. Bartenders say that Star Wars racing game does look promising. Yeah,
Yes, but I don't think that's
that's
EA.
EA's not making it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, those are the guys that made Burnout. Right?
It's some people that worked on Burnout because the guys that Criterion, the developer, is still owned by EA, but they're working.
Yeah.
I think they're working on Battlefield now.
Yeah, yeah, they
Um,
are.
who does? I know the people doing Star Wars Racer did like the Wreckfest or something
Mhm.
like that. It's an indie studio. Come on. Fuse Games.
Yeah, Bart AC Ray says, "Yeah, I should have it. I liked it, so I doubt I sold it."
Yeah. Okay, anyways. Speaking of bloodbaths,
Mhm.
there was an interview that an id Software developer, Chris Hayes, who currently works at id. This isn't
Mhm.
someone who was laid off. This isn't an ex-employee. This is someone who still works there. He's been the lead services programmer, been at the company for 15 years. And yeah, he currently works there. So in an
For the
interview with
moment.
the Well Played podcast, he talked about the layoffs and he did not mince words. Quote, "It is hard to make a game that is AAA that's like we've done before with half the people. And by hard, I mean impossible. It's hard to make a game when there are entire departments that are gutted that you need, entire disciplines that are gone. So the reassurances that we're still the same id and we're still going to do things, well, first of all, we're not the same id. We're half the same id." He says that id management was given talking points by Xbox about what they could and couldn't say, that they want to reassure the people remaining that things are okay because Xbox doesn't want more people to, quote, jump ship. Uh,
Fun fact, as soon as you have a layoff of that level at a company being dictated by the parent company, you're going to have a bunch of people that jump ship if they can. Not a
yeah.
lot of places for you to jump to at this point, given the state of the industry, but if they can, they will.
So I'm reading this on Kotaku. When the host of the Well Played podcast pointed out that Xbox is an id claim that the studio is the same size, Hayes replied, "There's a reason they say close to the same size because it's less."
Mhm.
He is complaining about Game Pass, that whenever we see the financial reports that say there were poor sales under Bethesda, what's a sale? If you have Game Pass, are you saying poor sales means poor number of games sold? Because of course, Xbox isn't doing a game sold business model. So at the end, he basically says that Xbox fundamentally doesn't understand video games or art. If you cut half a studio and you don't take into account how it's made, you don't understand the cohesion between our teams was a part of what made it successful.
Mhm.
So it's
What a
crazy.
surprise. AI doesn't understand how humans work. Why isn't this a surprise? If you don't think that there was at least some level of AI in the firings, you're
Oh,
you are living under a rock.
I believe
You
that.
know Asha ran that through an AI and then reviewed it, and she doesn't understand how games are made because she's the AI person.
Yeah.
She's
But
never been involved with games previous to
it
this.
is interesting to see such vitriolic criticism from a current employee speaking out like
Well,
to,
he's jumping ship is what he's doing. He's
well,
currently an employee, but I can guarantee he would not have said that if he didn't have an
to
exit
see
strategy.
like full on employee revolution. Like you
Mhm.
have id itself put out a talking point, put out a statement saying, no, we're the same id, we're the same size we were when we put out 2016's Doom. And to have an employee very publicly say
Yeah.
everything that they're saying is bullshit.
Right.
Like, I can't imagine the level of anger that people must have at id. I think everyone at id is like, we want to burn this place to the ground on our way out.
Mhm. They might very well be planning to do that. It is an interesting choice for someone still at the company to be doing that, and you kind of have to wonder what the hell is going on inside the company if that happened. Like, is this just one person who decided to just be uncensored in a podcast? Was this someone who wanted to make some news on his way out the door, or is this the entire company on the way out the door, the entire remaining part of the company on the way out the door, kind of speaking for everybody else that's left
Yeah.
as they're making their
Because
ways out the door?
also remember, we're only halfway through the Xbox layoffs.
Mm-hmm.
There's another 1,600 people that they are set to lay off in the next 6 months.
And there's another half of id Software still left to fire.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you for the copy of the statement of id Software's statement that was the
Yes.
talking points.
So yeah,
The aforementioned talking points memo.
this really makes me wonder about the future of id and like the future of Bethesda, because Bethesda in general, and I mean, I don't just mean the people making Elder Scrolls and Skyrim, but like the whole arm of Bethesda, which includes id, Machine Games, um, ZeniMax Online,
Mm-hmm.
like someone's gonna get guillotined in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is messy. There is drama afoot. I'm it's really, really sad to see. I think that we are going to see, no matter what Asha and her people say about how games are going to be great, with the thing in the back of their head saying, because AI is going to build them and AI is perfect. We're going to see some really shitty, shitty games in the next 5
We
years.
could. But I like this. I think it's good to see someone not parroting the talking points.
Right.
So
That's somebody finally standing up and say the emperor has no clothes. Somebody
yeah,
inside the court actually saying that.
yeah.
And the other thing I'm sort of wondering is this would be an excellent precursor to former and current members of id starting their own studio.
I'm sure some of them are looking into that, but it's hard to get funding for anything.
Mm-hmm. True. True. Mm. It's a tough time. It's a really tough time. It's a tough time to be a fan, but it's even tougher time to actually be in the industry.
It is. You know who it's also tough for? Tough
Mm.
times. Tough times out there for Roblox.
Yeah. Yeah, go
So
ahead. Tell me. I saw the headline on this one and it did make me laugh.
yeah, so the headline is like it's a cheeky summary. You know, the headline that you've seen everywhere is like Roblox stops exploiting kids, loses $9 billion. The
Mm-hmm.
details are that during their quarterly earnings report, I guess in the past quarter or even the past 6 months, what Roblox has done is they've changed their algorithm. And specifically, I'll quote it because there's a lot of it's a lot. On the discovery side, in the last few months, we shared with our community our strategic decision to focus our discovery algorithms directly on measured long term retention. We have seen this impact monetization primarily in the US under 13 cohort, and this has been exemplified by a lower frequency of impressions with games that emphasize short term monetization rather than long term retention. It's still early, but our data shows a positive lift in quality, stickier engagement games, and the benefits of higher retention, we believe, outweigh the near term impacts we're seeing, has improved retention and engagement compound into future growth. That's a lot of words to say. We stopped serving up games with exploitative microtransactions for kids under 13, and as a result, people are spending less money. And as a result, Roblox missed its projections by a couple $100 million.
Ooh.
And as part of that, their stock sank. And it's been going down for a while. I think it's down 70% since last year.
Really? Let me look at that.
I think it was at a max of 130, and now it's whatever minus 70% of that is. Math is hard. But yeah, the point is that the sheen is kind of, oops, let me remind me later. The sheen is ending for Roblox. They had been a platform that emphasizes that short-term monetization. But with that came a lot of criticism of them exploiting kids, exploiting children. So naturally, they take the move to stop that. But that has the end result. Turns out exploiting kids is so fucking profitable.
Oh,
Those
it really is,
those
isn't it?
kids just don't give a shit about money. It's like they have no value of a dollar.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah, they
just
just
spend it like
and
water.
oh God, have I seen that? All right, here's the Roblox's chart, and you can see that it has crashed from, and you can't really see it very well there.
Like 150 to 40. Yeah, about 150.
Yeah, I'm trying to zoom in a very bad way. There we go. Yeah, it was about 100. It was about 100, and at its peak about 140, and it is now down to 40.
Hmm. So it will be interesting to see if this stays because, as they mentioned in that big word salad,
Mm-hmm.
they're having players play longer. They're having players play more. It's just they're
Mm-hmm.
not spending money as they play. So what do they value? Do they value just the monetization, or do they value the retention? And I think what you're seeing is that Roblox values the retention, but investors value the monetization.
Right.
And so
Investors
they are
want money
butting
and
heads about
right.
that.
Investors want money and then the studio wants users,
Yes.
wants long-term users. That's always going to be an issue. And people jumped onto Roblox because it was making so much money, and because kids would just go over and say, "Dad, I need Roblox. I need to buy some Robux. I need to buy some Robux. I need to buy some Robux." And parents were like, "Take the credit card. Just do it. Do it. Do it." I have seen in the last 2 years the request for Robux uh, in Chris's house go down significantly. It was a
Mm.
weekly thing, like to the point of where it's like, okay, Jesus, Jesus, okay, all right. And now I'm seeing it very rarely. But boy, know it is Genshin.
Okay. Okay.
Genshin. She's sitting there on her iPad at the dinner table, eating food as fast as she can, playing it on her iPad.
Hey, you know what? Genshin is a better quality game than most of the stuff that comes out of Roblox.
Oh
So
yeah. Yeah,
that's a oh fuck. What do they
and it's
call
less
what do
creepy.
they call weed? It's
Gateway
a
drug.
gateway drug. Yes. Uh uh I'm fine. Genshin Impact, good gateway drug.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a
Um
that's a complete game. That's a full game.
it is a full game and
Yeah.
she's played a lot of it. But really the I there's been a lot less, you know. She
Robloxing.
still plays it with her friends,
Mm-hmm.
but it's really not the money drag that it used to be. Uh-oh. Something's coming in
Interesting.
Instacart.
Interesting to see it. Look, like all things in the world, they're popular and then they fade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Roblox has, I think its time has, it hasn't come and gone. I
Oh
think
no,
that
it will still be
if they,
here.
it'll still be here, but I don't think it's going to be the cultural juggernaut that it has been. Because remember, if you're not talking about microtransactions to under 13s, and yeah, you're talking about long-term engagement for long-term users. The downside is that is not just user retention, but user acquisition. And the user acquisition comes
Yes.
from short-term content pumped out to under 13s as fast as they possibly can with a lot of money invested.
Yeah. They also said that I guess in 26 there were less viral games than in 25.
Right, because that short-term stuff goes viral.
Yes.
So also, it used to be, and I was just actually watching a really interesting YouTube video about kind of the death of the influencer, that there's not, and I'm not saying an influencer, I'm like the death of influencers, that it used to be that somebody could, I don't want to say pretty easily, but you could conceivably make enough money to live on. And people that were very high-end influencers um, made a lot of money. And now the high-end influencers aren't making nearly the money that they were.
Mm.
Unfortunately, they had the lifestyles that assumed that they were going to be making $100,000 to $200,000 a month. Now they're making $30,000 to $40,000 a month. And although that is an awful lot of money, they're that's not the level of income that they need to be able to sustain this lifestyle that actually gets them the views. Also, the once TikTok changed its once TikTok was sold off, it changed its algorithm. And YouTube
Yes.
has changed its algorithm as well. And nobody knows what the algorithm is. And all the viewers have now started to drop off. So you have a recession where people don't have the disposable income to sell stuff or to buy stuff, which means that the sponsorship and the collaborations are starting to dry up,
Mm.
and the paying of
In
influencers to make where they were making $1,200 a video, now they're making
So
$120 a video
influencers for luxury goods are really only popular
when
in
they can
good
sell stuff.
economic times when people can buy luxury goods.
Right, right,
Bartender says some people only know money in digital form,
right.
nothing tangible.
Nothing tangible. It does not seem real to them. So what's happening is you're starting to see that go away, and you're starting to very much see that in a lot of video game podcasters and a lot of video game streamers that make content for streaming, is that they're no longer being pumped out by TikTok. They're no longer being pumped out by YouTube. Even Spiffing Brit on one day, something like 6 or 7 different very big podcasters all saw their views halved because they changed the algorithm. Didn't tell anyone that they were changing. This is YouTube. Didn't tell anyone they were changing the algorithm and didn't let anybody know what those changes were. So nobody can figure out what the algorithm is so that they can model their content in order to meet the algorithm standards to be
Yeah.
pumped out to viewers. So, yeah, it's very much a thing. So you're seeing also going to see that affecting things like Roblox, because one of the things that makes Roblox and makes Roblox money is young influencers streaming their games. And if you can't get people watching on TikTok or Twitch or wherever watching streams of Roblox, then you're not going to get new people introduced to the game and wanting to play it, which means that you're going to have a problem with user acquisition. It's all slowing down. It's all slowing down.
Again, I will recommend Garbage Day newsletter. letter I've
Mhm.
mentioned here at least once a week.
Oh, yeah.
An excellent article about like tech culture, but also like exactly like what you're talking about. How is tech culture changing? Like, what are the trends that we're seeing, and how do trends emerge in the current splintered social media environment? Excellent newsletter. Highly recommend it. Um, yeah, that's just an aside. Before I go on to the next story,
Mhm.
Bartender asks if we played Marvel Token Fighting yet. I have
I
not. I
don't
probably
play
won't
fighting
play
games.
it because it's a fighting game and I will get
Mhm.
my ass handed to me. Uh,
Yeah.
but
If
I
I
enjoy
wanted to be
watching it.
frustrated, I would just go on a road trip.
I enjoy watching it. I've watched a couple streams that have been really entertaining. Oh, there was one stream that Kind of Funny did. Wait, let me get rid of this banner because that's not relevant anymore. This one stream that Kind of Funny did, and they were inspired by someone else, but I forget who that someone else was. Um, they did a stream where one of the guys who likes fighting games had to get through 10 different fighting games. It was like a bracket competition. If he wins a round in one game, he gets to move on to the next game. If he wins a round in that game, he can move on to the next game. If he loses a round, he goes down the bracket back to the second game. If he loses again, he goes back to the first game.
Oh,
So
wow.
he's
Okay.
like, okay, I'm going to start with a game that I'm not good at because I'm going to get that out of the way, then go to a game that I'm good at so that I can
And
kind of
get it
have that buffer.
right and
Then,
have it deep in my rearview mirror so I don't have to go back to that game.
yeah. And to like watch him like strategize, okay, what game am I going to play? What's going to do this? Oh, I lost. Now I'm back here. Oh, I've got a good run going up. Incredibly entertaining. Highly recommended it. I forget what it's called, but it's the Kind of Funny Games crew that did it. And they're a really good group of people. Highly recommend them. They do the thing that you always wanted to do.
Me?
They have a daily news show every day at 10 a.m. They stream for an hour of like, here's the game news, and it's just like a daily news show. The two people sitting in front of a
Right.
counter talking about the news in the morning.
Daily news show. You could do this show in 10-minute bites all week as opposed to 4 hours at the end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's when I saw them do that, I realized, oh, this is actually really good format because I listened to them on my way to work.
That's why I say I hate having a 4-hour podcast cuz nobody listens to us on the way to work. This is what I've always said. I've always said it has to be the length of a commute, no longer than 30 minutes.
My commute, okay, no commute is 30 minutes anymore.
Well, in the Bay Area, no commute is 30 minutes, but
Yeah.
other places are. And if your commute is 30 minutes, you can listen to 2 shows. So, I mean, it's a 1-hour show, a 1-hour commute. It's going to be 2 shows. I I'm telling you, shorter form is much better than longer form.
We need all of these news stories should be clipped for TikTok.
Yeah, they should. But if you do that, you're just back ending all of the work, Nick. You're doing one big show and then
Yes.
it requires, remember, 3 hours of
That
editing
is the
for
one.
1 hour of show.
No,
So
because
if we cut
we
it,
have AI edit the clips and then we spam them to TikTok and then we contribute to the slop and the bloat that makes the influencers die.
oh my God.
We can contribute to the machine.
Yep.
Anyways, um, so next couple stories. Capcom asked about what they think of the digital only future at their investors call.
Mm-hmm.
Someone asked them, what impact do you anticipate from the shrinking physical game markets in the medium to long term? And their brief response was, approximately 90% of our unit sales are digital. We do not anticipate a significant impact at this time.
Yeah, that
No,
makes sense. If 90% of their stuff is digital, they're only really realistically losing 10%, and the most of those 10% are going to go to buy digital reluctantly, but they'll do it. So that makes sense for Capcom.
they also said that Pragmata exceeded sales expectations, which is just a little bit of a nice story in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but this is just more to kind of emphasize that all these companies, they're fine.
They're
They're
fine.
fine. Like they're looking at it going, yeah, people are complaining about the digital only, but
They don't
90%
really
of what we sell.
they don't really care that their games are being when a game is purchased and a user is playing that game ongoing for 25 years, they get no additional money out of it. They don't care that you're not playing that game anymore.
You know what they also don't care about? Take Two doesn't mind that consoles are super expensive.
Actually,
um,
it's not what I read. Go ahead and you look there. Where did
well,
I see
okay,
something about that?
in an interview with Take Two CEO Strauss Zelnick with blah blah blah. I don't know. Oh, he told investors at the parent company's earnings call.
Yeah,
Quote, look, the rising cost of hardware is not a good thing. We wouldn't argue that it is.
right.
I don't think it will slow us down any because we believe we're delivering experiences that people want. However, a lower price point for hardware would be a good thing because there's more hardware in people's hands. So I cannot argue this is a positive, but equally, we don't see it as a headwind either. So his whole is like, yeah, more could be good, but GTA 6 will be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's also not wrong about that at all.
Exactly. I just think seeing both of these stories back to back was kind of eye opening for me, at least, because so much of social media, so much of, news websites are all about, oh, the backlash to Sony is doing this and backlash is doing this and people are angry about this. And then you look at, oh, yeah, the companies have a chance to talk to their investors and their response is,
It's
nah, we're
fine.
good. We're good.
Yeah, we're
Yep.
good.
No. And I see that and go, Sony's not going to change anything.
Mm-mm. Sony's not going to change
They're
anything.
not going to change. When the people who they are actually in business with are like, yeah, no, it's fine. Expensive
And
consoles, yeah, we wish it was cheaper, but I think we have a good install base already.
yeah,
Like
they're not wrong about that. They do have a good install base. And
they
people
do.
that can't
PlayStation does
afford
at
to
least.
play it on a console, don't own a console that they can play it on, will be playing it on a PC. And if they don't have a PC they were playing on, then they're going to save up and they're not going to play it. They're going to play it in the future, or they're going to find some way to play it. This is this is definitely a Take-Two take on it. I
Yes.
don't think this is a take on it from other smaller developers, games that struggle more for the audience. It GTA is a destination game. People will always drive towards it when it is available. So they have that luxury to not care. I don't think that is a universal feeling, and it
No,
can't be a
it's
universal
not.
feeling.
It's not.
Yeah,
But it's the universal feeling of
the
all
biggest
all the big companies.
of the very large scale companies. They know EA knows that people are going to be playing Football Manager. People are going to be playing, the NBA. They're going to be playing MLB. They're going to be playing all of the sports games
If
one
anything,
way or
it's
another.
it is so lucky. And it's a weird word to say, but like all the video game companies, Sony is so lucky that the RAM crisis happened towards the end of the PS5 cycle.
Oh God.
Imagine if this happened like right after COVID, right after that, the big ship got stuck in the way and it impacted shipments of PS5s and Xboxes. And then like a year later, suddenly RAM prices spike. Like that would have completely hobbled them as a company.
Yeah.
They are
Yeah,
lucky that they got 5 years of like really good console sales before like the economy took a dump.
right. And which once again brings up the question, well, that's fine for the PS5. What about the PS6?
Well,
Because
I did
this
see a
is going
rumor
to affect the PS6, even if the RAM shortage is, even if the RAM shortage goes away, which it won't, but even if all the component shortages go away, those prices are still going to be they're going to keep those prices high as long as they possibly can, which is what the
yes.
RAM guys are doing right now anyway.
Um, I did see a rumor that the PS6 will be fully backwards compatible. Um, and that it will be more of a Switch-like device.
In that, meaning it's separating it and then
Because I've heard that like there's absolutely a portable aspect to it. We've heard there's been too many rumors about a new portable version. I think the question is how much of the console is that? Is there going to be a console and a handheld device? Is there just going to be a handheld device? Is there going to be something in between? But that would be, look, I like my PS5 Pro. When I think about the Pro and the base PS5, it looks mostly the same. I think one like runs a little smoother, but like you can't tell the difference.
mm-mm,
You cannot tell the difference.
mm-mm.
There is no visual fidelity increase that Sony could show you, that Nvidia could show you. At this point in time, there is no graphical improvements that any company could show you to make it worth buying a $1,000 box. It has to do more. There has to be some sort of different functionality to it. And taking what was a living room console and making it portable is a completely new functionality that could do more to sell it. I know that as someone that plays on PlayStation a lot, I would love a portable PlayStation, a PSP, you could call it.
No, it's because you're going places with it. They should call it the PS Go.
Oh, ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, um, but yeah, so that they have to do something more, right? They
Yeah.
need new functionality because otherwise nothing they can offer is worth the price.
Yeah. I wonder though, if that, I mean, I'm just gonna assume that is the case. How does that put Steam in there now that they are in the console and also portable business?
Hmm.
It does sort of make you think that maybe they have a leg up in that they already have significant penetration with the existing portable that everybody knows is fantastic. So they are already in that market. They're they're the PlayStation of that market. They already dominate the portable handheld device, and they also have this very nice box. Are they the same box? No, but that's okay. I don't know that I would want to have my PlayStation be my portable device as well, because heaven forbid you lose it. You lose one part of it, then everything is kind of done for. Whereas if I lost my Steam Deck, it would suck, but I still have the Steam machine. The Now, if that is the case, Steam is the existing juggernaut that they will have to fight against and have to market against because they're already there doing that for the most
Yeah.
part. Granted, it's two separate devices. The marketing could be you buy one device, like the Switch, you buy one device and that's it. You don't have to buy the two. Well, yeah, that's true, but that means that you still have to fight against this very, very, very good system that already does what you do and more. And yes, it is two separate systems, but there's advantages to that as well as drawbacks. So, um, it will eventually all come down to price. If Steam wanted to eat some cash the way PlayStation does and wants to make sure PlayStation doesn't sell that console, it just brings the price of the PSP or the PSP, God, of the Steam Deck and the Steam Machine down to
Mhm.
lower than what you could sell the PS5 for.
I mean, I
It could be a
do
very interesting fight.
I do imagine Valve is one of the few companies in the world that if component prices go down, I could see them cutting the price of the Steam machine,
Mm-hmm.
right? That feels like something they would do.
Right.
And so my final story is actually just kind of a fun goof.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Somehow a YouTuber named Lance McDonald discovered an old presentation of Demon Souls, and
Mm-hmm.
I can share the video.
Okay.
But it's really interesting watching through this video because it's basically a PowerPoint presentation complete with
You're going to want to,
oops,
sorry, you're going to want to mute that. I can
wait,
mute it. I got it.
okay, complete with like booting up into Windows XP.
Oh, wow. I, you got to give props for like not just showing the PowerPoint, but actually having to boot up to show you how old this is.
Uh-huh.
Where
So
did
yeah,
he find
and
this?
what it shows is basically a slideshow, a PowerPoint slideshow pitch for Demon Souls.
Oh,
Good
wow.
afternoon and konnichiwa. I am Tasuki Sade. Like it has the text in there.
Oh, it's got the notes and everything on the presentation. He must have given this. Daisuke Ishide.
Yeah, and so there's obviously,
Oh, wow. Look
you
at
know,
these.
it's someone talking over a slideshow.
Yeah. So this is where did he say where he found this?
I don't believe so. But then what's also really cool is there's early footage from the prototype.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, it
And
looks
it's just a
so
really interesting
rudimentary by comparison.
it's just a really interesting piece of video game history of like, hey, here's an early look at a game that kind of redefined or defined a new genre
Mm-hmm.
at before anyone thought to do that. Here's a
Mm-hmm.
slideshow about how they originally pitched the idea. Like you're
With
fighting an alligator. There's no alligator in Demon
yeah, I
Souls.
was gonna say it's just assets, just off the board
It's
assets.
just a
Just
random
placeholder
alligator.
stuff. Yeah, placeholder stuff.
Yeah, it's just a fascinating historical artifact that is if you're a fan of FromSoft games like me, this is just such a like I said, a fascinating kind of museum piece of
Mm-hmm.
hey, let's look at the history of this game and how it was pitched and how it was talked about and kind of how it was thought about during its development before there was a word for souls likes,
Mm-hmm.
before no one knew what that meant.
Yeah. That's kind of cool. Working title, Demon Souls.
Yep.
That's really cute. So, did he say where he got it? So
I don't
prototype
think
end
so.
of March 2007, alpha
Yeah,
1.
alpha, beta, master, end of June 2008. Okay, let's see. When did
Yeah, when did
Demon
it come out?
Souls release date? Originally in America on October 6, 2009.
Oh, okay.
And in Japan, February 2009. So
So he
got
missed it
got
just a little
got
bit.
delayed a year.
Yeah. Well, no, he said end of 2008, didn't it?
But it was 2009.
Right,
Which
and it was the
which I guess
beginning
is
of
not that far.
2009.
Yeah,
Right.
it wasn't
So
released in
it
Japan
got
beginning of
pushed
2009.
a few months.
Yeah. I'm looking through the Kotaku article, and I don't see exactly when he says where he found it.
But that is so cool to see this.
Yeah.
Also to see that moment of looking back and wondering if they knew that they were defining a genre at that point.
Okay. So I guess Lance McDonald has been compiling from software development history for a while. I get that's what
Mhm.
his channel is like from soft development details. And the Kotaku article says exactly how McDonald got his hands on this footage is currently a mystery.
Oops. Still, that's really cool. That's
Yeah.
really, really cool. That's a good way to end. Was that your last item? That was a good way to end the show.
Yeah, that was my last item.
Oh. Wow, we actually are how many wow, we're only an hour 30 in. This is great. I'm
Hey, I'm
super
trying to
happy.
keep it the length of a commute.
Bay
See,
Area commute.
I'm always trying to go for 90-minute shows. I'm always trying to keep it going and keep it moving. It's see, when I'm in charge of the show, it just moves. We get it good clean 90 minutes. Easy.
Yeah, whatever, Goofy.
I'm such a good host. I never try to extend the time by just randomly talking about bullshit and movies that I've seen. What movies have I seen lately?
Oh, I've
What
heard
did you
Ice
go out
Cream
to
Man.
see?
I
Oh, I
want
don't
to
want to see Ice Cream Man. I've actually got no interest in that. I've heard it. It
really you
looks
haven't seen it?
no, it looks dumb. Eli Roth is
This
he's
is
hit and miss, and he's missed more often than he hits.
I did not see it, obviously, but this is Chris's quote about it. Okay, Weapons is like a Disney movie compared to Ice Cream Man. Similar story, but without any limits. I'm pretty sure even making this film is illegal in most states and countries. If aliens come here to destroy humanity, it will probably be because they saw this movie. He said it's just over the top.
Well, okay, Eli Roth is the guy who made Hostel.
Oh, okay.
That is the movie that sort of made him a household name for horror fans.
Right.
Imagine the guy from Hostel having a movie about kids killing everybody. And there you go. Like, I'm sure you can imagine the gore goes wild. But I don't know.
He
It
said it
just
was all
feels,
kinds of disturbing. He's like,
it just,
if you could disturb him with a movie, that's a movie I absolutely want nowhere near. I don't even want to be playing in a theater in my town. I want it that
yeah.
far away
And
from me.
it feels a little,
Exploitive?
not exploitative, but like, we're just doing this. I'm trying to be edgy. Like Terrifier movies are all about body horror. Terrifier movies are just like, they're purely about how can we cut up this body in various ways. But they're kind of inventive about that.
Mm-hmm.
And like, there's a real um indie spirit to the Terrifier movies because they're made for like $5,000. And it's like, yeah, I made this movie. It turned into a franchise that got a theatrical release. And I like, spent $500,000 making this movie. So there's like a real, yes, it's gory and brutal and it's just a big gore fest, but it's a gore fest tempered by that like indie spirit of this is why we're making the movie. Eli Roth doesn't have that indie spirit because he's too he's worked in the commercial world for so long that I think he just has that commercial brain now, and this just kind of feels desperate from him. He After the failure of Borderlands, I feel like him going to a Gorefest movie feels like, you know, oh, this blockbuster movie didn't work out, so I'm going to make a sequel to the movie. I'm honestly surprised they haven't made a Hostel 3.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
Not a big fan of Eli Roth, even though I'm a fan of some of his movies.
no, I'm not seeing it. I'm surprised you hadn't seen it.
That's my whole excuse as to why I don't want to see it, because I look at it and go, it feels like you're trying too hard.
Yeah, and I'm surprised because I know that you kind of dig these Gorefest movies,
Not all the gore fest. I just don't mind gore. I
but
don't
have a
mind
heart.
watching. I don't mind seeing someone's chest get flayed from their body, as long as you do so within the context of like a religious discussion and talking about how zombies represent literal hell on earth, and that's why we should worship Satan. I want to see zombies used as a form of religious icon. Then you can
Mm,
flay all the people you want, because that is some crazy shit I've not seen before.
yeah, I call movies like that gore porn,
Mm.
and Chris said it's gore kitty porn is what it is.
No,
It's
I'm
it's
more
it's
interested in
yeah.
seeing. There was a movie called Little
That killer
Children.
did finger painting with actual child fingers.
There's a movie called Little Children with, I'm gonna mispronounce her name, Lupito Nyong'o. You know her, the actress. She was Helen of Troy, and that made Elon Musk mad because she's black.
Yes, yes.
She's in a movie called Little Children, I think, where she's a kindergarten school teacher, and all of the kids suddenly turn into like cannibalistic, crazy monsters.
That's essentially what Ice Cream Man is.
But that
Demonic
movie
cannibals.
focuses on her having to kill the children. That's a movie I can get behind.
Okay.
I don't want to see the adults killing children. Oh, that's just so sad.
No, I want to see the school teacher killing the children
Yeah,
to save her own life.
yeah. Fuck those kids. Little parasite kindergartners. Okay, wait. AC Ray, can you tell me, is that movie called Little Children? Or am I getting that confused with something else? No,
I'm
Little
sure.
Children is a family drama with Kate Winslet. A
Oh
completely different
no.
movie.
Yeah,
P-I-T.
I wouldn't even know. I stay so far out of the knowledge of horror movies,
Little
especially.
Little Monsters
Oh,
is what
Little
it's called.
Monsters.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah, AC Ray found it too. Yeah, I can live without both of those things. Now, what game? Want to give us a preview of what game you're going to be talking about next week?
I have been playing a lot. After I played Crimson Desert, I realized it's been a long time since I picked up my Odin emulator. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I put all this work into creating a mini blockbuster video in my hands with like all these old PS1 games, all these old PS2 games, all these DS games, all these Nintendo games. And I played it for like a little bit, but then it kind of largely got replaced with the
Rogue Ally.
the Ally. So I thought, I want to go back. I want to play some of those emulator games. And there's one game, one series that I've really been wanting to go back to because it's kind of disappeared in the modern era.
Mm-hmm.
Front Mission is a turn-based mech game from Square Enix.
Oh.
And I remember playing Front Mission 4 on PS2 way back in the day and loving it. And they've been putting out remakes of 1, 2, and 3 pretty consistently. And they've all got good reviews.
Mm-hmm.
But I wanted to play Front Mission 5. And what I realized is that it never came out in America.
Oh.
It came out in Japan. And so I was worried that the ROM that I had wouldn't work. But turns out some nice people had already provided a fan translated version of the game.
Oh,
So
that's kind of cool.
it's all the text is different. All the text is in English. All the subtitles are in English. The voice acting is Japanese. But yeah, I've been playing a bunch of Front Mission 5.
Okay. So we'll talk about Front Mission 5 next week. I'm going to try and pick up something else and not play Cult of the Lamb.
Okay.
Can't promise it, but I'm going to try not to.
Have you had an
Um,
orgy yet?
I have not. Oh, yes. Have I
Oh,
had an orgy? I have not had an orgy. I've already got all of my things. I'm not quite sure why orgy
what
was
are you
not.
doing then?
I don't know why orgy wasn't offered to me, but I already have all of my doctrines, so I don't
Like
know that I
all the
am
sin
going.
is high.
Well, I mean, I'm just starting to work on the sin. Like I'm just
Okay.
doing forced breeding. So at
Mm,
that point,
mm.
still a little bit to go. Um, I'm gonna
Forced
try and
bridging,
find another game.
orgies, they're like two sides of the same coin.
Right. It's just, it's the next eventual step. I just don't know
Yeah.
when it's gonna come available to me. So I'm gonna try and find something to talk about next week. Now, you said you are not going to be able to do on the 23rd, huh?
Yes. I will
Okay.
be at a wedding.
All right. That is fine. Where's the wedding?
Not San Diego, somewhere between here and San Diego.
Santa
Like the
Barbara?
San Diego
San Juan
area.
Cop. Oh, okay. All right. Probably Coronado. Probably.
I forget.
All right.
Rachel told me, I forgot.
Of
I
course
don't
you did.
remember.
All right. So I guess on that note, ready to close this out?
Yeah. Oh wait, what oh, we're seeing a bunch of movies next week.
Nick, I have to go to the bathroom. We're closing this out.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll try to keep it under. We're already over 90 minutes.
All
We're not
right.
at 120.
Nick, stop. What was
What's 90
this
plus
about? What was
46?
this about you being a good co-host, that you're the one keeping things on track?
That was
Nick,
10 minutes ago. That was
let's
10
close
minutes
this.
ago, Nick.
Let's close this out. You've been listening to GameHounds episode 828. We did record this on Sunday, August 9th, 2026. I've been Edie Sellers. With me has been Nick DiNicola. Ways to get a hold of us: gamehounds.net is our website. Gamehounds@gmail.com is our email. We record this show live every Sunday at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. We do that on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. If you watch us on Facebook or YouTube, we are the GameHounds. If you watch us, watch Facebook and Twitch, we're the GameHounds. On YouTube, we're GameHounds Vids, VIDS, all one word. Please join us if you'd like to join us live. If you can't join us live and you do want to listen to us on that 1 hour and 47-minute commute, you can do so by going to Apple Podcasts or iHeartRadio or Spotify or any place where you can find podcasts. We're going to be there. Thank you so much to wherever you are watching or listening. Please leave us some feedback. We deeply appreciate it. We've talked a lot about how algorithms are not our friends. You can help their algorithm be more of our friends, and that we can find more friends to join us by liking, subscribing. Even if it's just one of those things, that will help. If it's all of it, even better. Also, if you like the show, if you hate the show, if you have any questions about the show, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. We would love to hear from you, and we will absolutely respond to you. Now, if you want to get a very quick response from us, you can go to our Discord. Our Discord information is in all of the descriptions of this show and other shows, wherever you're finding it. And on top of it, if you really want to give us a hand, become a patron. Patreon.com/GameHounds. $1 a month is all we ask to help us go into year 19. I did the math. 19 of this
Wow.
show coming up next year. Next year. Nick, thank you for being on the show. Thank you again to AC Wraith and everybody in the chat room, but especially AC Wraith, because you do in everything that we mentioned in the show, it's in the comments. If you want to link to it, just go down to the live show, either YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Look in the comments, forward to wherever we mentioned it. That's where you're going to find the link to source all of our material, because we are serious freaking journalists. Everyone have a great week. We will talk to you later. Bye, everyone. All right, I really have to go to the bathroom. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Oh my God,